Hello, my sweet and precious students. Welcome back. We are, I should always check my hair before I turn on the video. My bad. We are back for lesson 45, Algebra 1, Saxon, 3rd edition. We are going to be on page 181. Like I said, lesson 45. We're talking range, median, mode, and mean. Guys, these are all forms of averages. So, averages. I want you to write this down in your notes. Averages we have first is the mean. This is the one you guys know probably that you've heard before. Average, what are my averages? Like, what's my average test score if I take 5 tests, right? Add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers, okay? So just write this down as a little note to yourself. The next one is mode, and you will hear my voice in your head. Mode is most often. What number occurs most often? There can be more than one. Can be more than one, comma. There can also be none. If none of them repeat, then it would be a none, okay? So there can be more than one, and there can also be none. I don't know, that's not the best way to write that. Median, guys, if you guys are if you're driving yet, or if you know your parents are driving, the grass bit that's in the middle of the road, that's called the median. It's in the middle of the road. Median is in the middle. Middle. Put numbers in order. Okay, put those numbers in order. All right, friends. So let's talk about how these go. Oh, and then range. Range. This is your max minus your minimum. Okay, your max minus your minimum. So with all of these, it's a good idea to put everything in order, all your numbers. So for example number 1, which I have on page 182, example number 1. This says, a freight company receives a shipment of 8 cats and 1 cow. Their weight in pounds are, let me set that gently on my computer. Okay, their weight in pounds are 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 3. Oh, and then 800, because there was a stinking cow with the cats. I don't know. Okay, so the idea is that we want to put these in order, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3 threes. Bam, bam, bam. And then we get a 4. Then we get that stupid 800. All right, so finding the mean of these guys, that's always the easiest one. We're going to add all these up. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 800 gives me 821. So for finding the mean, we get 821, and then we need to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divided by 9 equals. So I counted up the number of numbers, right? And we're going to divide that by 9. 91.2. 91.2 with a little line over it, but we can go with that. Okay, the mode, most often. So your mean is 91.2, but your mode is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 twos, 3 threes. I'm going to say it's 4 twos. So your mode is 2. Okay. Now your, what was the other one? Median. Median. All right. So we know that there are 9 numbers, right? So that means we need 4 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our median is the one right smack dab in the middle, and that's 3. Now, guys, let's say you get a median and it's 8 numbers. Let's say it was just these, right? And then it would be right in the middle here. You've got to do like a little mini average to figure out what that is. Now, you can look at that and say, okay, between 2 and 3 is 2.5. But if you didn't know, you could add those two and divide by 2. So add those two numbers up, divide by the number of numbers, which happens to be 2, and then you could find out what is in between there. For example, let's say your median came in between 67 and 75, right? Here's your median right in here. Well, what we would do is we would take 67 plus 75. If you are entering this on a calculator, let me clear this, hold on. Plus 75. If you're entering this on a calculator, you have to enter it like this and then hit enter and then hit divide by 2. And you see that gives us 71. So the median here would be 71, right? However, if you do this where you enter 67 plus 75 divided by 2, if you enter it like this, okay, it doesn't do order of operations, and you'll see you'll get 104. So you have to be very careful about your order of operations if you're doing that. All right, so back to our original question. Mean is 91.2, mode is 2, median is 3. You can see that there is an advantage to these different types of averages. And you'll see a big one that you see in the US is like, hey, what's like the median household income? When we go by median instead of mean, because there's these other ones that are way super wealthy, the Bill Gates of the world, right? And they totally throw off that average otherwise. So the median says, hey, half of the country is below this, half of the country is above this, okay? So let's see about, good. Okay, so let's look at example number 2. All right, we've got scores on the test were 86, 93, 60, 66, 95, 83, 85, and 78. Okay, so first things first, we want to find, oh, you know what? On the last one, it also asked us to find the range, and I'm so sorry about that. When we had them in order, it was 2 at the beginning and 800 at the end. This is our min, this is our max. So the range would be 798, okay? Because you take 800 and you minus 2. So I won't forget that on this next one now. Now we've got to put these in order, right? And it looks like this is going to be our lowest. So we've got 60, 66, and then we have 78, and then 83, 85, 86, and then 85, 86, and then 93 and 95. Good rule of thumb is I'm going to count them in the book and make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, did it. Okay. So now that they're in order, we can find that range, right? The range is found by taking your minimum number and your maximum number and finding the difference between the two. So 95 minus 60 gives us 35. So our range is 35. Our mean is add them all up and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I couldn't remember if it was 8 or 9, and I literally just counted. Oh my goodness, 8. So we're gonna add all these up, plus 66, plus 78, plus 83, plus 85, plus 86, plus 93, plus 95. My voice doesn't go any higher than that. So 646 divided by 8. Yeah, okay. All right, divide that by 8, we get 80.75. No, it would help if I wrote the 0 there. 80.75. All right, so then we also have to find our median, which is in the middle. Median, so 8 cut in half means 4 on either side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a case where we have one in between. What comes in between 83 and 85? 84. But if you didn't know, you could add 83 plus 85 and then divide that number by 2. So 84 is our median. And then our mode, right? So there are no repeats in this. All of them only appear one time. So we don't have, there's no mode, none, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. There's some practice problems on page 183. Oh, wait, no, actually, I'm sorry. Let's do, there's one more example because this comes up a whole bunch. My pre-algebra kids are doing this as well right now. This is on page 183, example number 3. It says the mean of 5 numbers is 10. The first 4 numbers are 2 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14. Find that 5th number. Well, we know that if we add all 5 numbers up, and we divide by the number of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're gonna get our mean, right? And the mean we are told is 10, okay? So in order to solve this, we're gonna multiply this by 5 and multiply this by 5. We end up with 2 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus x, because this cancels out with this, right? Equals 15. So now let's do the math on that. We get 10 plus 11 plus 14 is 35 plus x equals 50. If we minus 35 from both sides, minus 35, we end up with, 15, right? So for this mean to be 10, x has to be, it has to be 15, okay? So there are some practice problems on page 183. Go ahead and give those a shot. Pause the video, give those a shot, and come on back. So we have find the range, median, mode, and mean of 3, 8, 7. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my whole board here because I'm going to run out of room otherwise. 8. So 3, 8, 7, 4, 9, 10, 12, and 9. All right, let's put these bad boys in order. We got 3, 4. And then we've got 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 12. Okay, so just count, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so to find the mean, we're going to add those all up and divide by 8, right? So plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 10 plus 12 gives me 62 divided by 8. Divide that by 8, we end up with 7.75. All right, so then we've got mode, which is most often, and the only one that repeats most often is 9, so our mode is 9. Our median is right in the middle, and we know we have 8. Cut that in half, we get 4 on either side. So if we get 4 on either side, it's right here between 8 and 9. Again, if you need to figure that out, 8 plus 9 gives me 17. Divide that by 2, you get 8.5. So do you see on those bottom 2 lines there? 8 plus 9 is 17. I don't know. There we go. Okay. So our median is 8.5. Now we also have to find the range because I keep forgetting to do that. Oh my God, did I forget to do that on the last one? I bet I did. Sorry on those examples. Okay, the range is take the large one minus the small one. 12 minus 3, which equals 9. All right. Let's look at B. We're going to do the same thing. B is the same idea. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. C, though, is the mean of 4 numbers is 8. The 3 numbers are 2, 4. Let's just do it like this. 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus, we don't know what the 4th number is, so we're going to call that x. But we know that if we add up all those numbers and we divide it by 4, we'll get the mean. We're told that the mean is 8. So let's multiply this by 4, this by 4. Bam, bam. We end up with 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus x equals 8 times 4, which gives me 32. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 plus x equals 32. Minus 13 from both sides. Cancels out. X equals 19. I was about to say 9, and so I wanted to make sure. So x equals 19. That makes sense though. If you look at these numbers, 2, 4, 7, and the mean of them is 8, none of these are greater than 8. So we have to have a pretty big one to boost up our averages, right? All right, guys, if you have any questions about those, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in class. Thank you again. Or I guess I'll see you on the next lesson. Thanks, guys.